some of these people, they will try to get into your Facebook group or your YouTube group, whatever, or your Instagram account, and they will try to friend you. Okay, but what they're doing is they're actually setting you up to do harm to you.
Right. Right.
Like they will say, okay, when you come into Colombia, oh wow, I know Razor Rays, I know DC Born Rob, but they don't really know you. They may know of you. They makes it seem like that, they're trying to win you over. And so then what they would do is they'll say, hey, I could show you around, I could come pick you up and take you around and things like that. And that's how people get themselves messed up.
Hi guys. So I follow a few passport bros, and I get their, of course, because I follow them, their posts are, usually on my timeline. But even the ones that I don't follow, I see, their posts sometimes are on my timeline. So I noticed something, which is these men are now running this delusional narrative that black Western women, especially black American women, are trying to stop these passport bros from leaving the West, from leaving the West and going to the global South, to exercise their option, I guess. And I'm like, why is this delusional narrative being run right now? And I realized it's because passport bros have failed everywhere. Everywhere they went, they have failed. So now that they cannot brag about their achievement, they have to create a false narrative that black Western women are trying to stop them. And if you like, and here is the thing. Thanks to social media, we now can see what happens when the passport bros go to the global south looking for fit, feminine, and friendly women. And instead of getting fit, feminine, and friendly women, they're getting the opposite, right? In Colombia, they are being dragged.
There should be no more accidentally leaving your drinks around anyone, Mr. Tony. So my
Right.
question is, why are
Okay.
you still making those statements when you know you're a veteran traveler and you've been scoped before and you want to watch out for that? The only way they can get to you, besides their women's breast, is the drinks.
And I don't even think they're always talking about being, being scoped, which means, being drugged with scopolamine. Because scopolamine is not, it is an anti-nausea medication. And the effect they say it has on them, it seems almost like they say they will be drugged with scopolamine and be lethargic, not know what's going on for like a good 24 hours. And scopolamine doesn't do that. I think they're probably being drugged with something more, with something stronger. Anyway, so in Colombia, they are being dragged, kidnapped, and raped. The women they are getting are usually, I mean, the sex workers, which is okay. I mean, if these men were not misogynists, they should have been fine with getting sex workers. But they're telling you that sex workers are beneath them, but they're going to Colombia, and the women that are sleeping with them are sex workers. There was this. Razor Race had an audio of this passport bro in Colombia who was fighting with a sex worker, and I think the sex worker either beat him up or broke his glass. So that is the kind of the kind of experience they are having in Colombia. It's not the one that they were saying they would get. It's not um, women. I'm gonna women coming to them, marrying them, giving them, treating them like kings. It is, sex workers beating them up, breaking their windows. So I mean, in Colombia, it's not what they thought it would be. The same thing in Asia. in Asia, they are getting women that, the local Asian men or and white men do not want. So basically, the passport pros are bottom feeders. They are scavengers. They are eating whatever is left of from white men and the local Asian men. So they are this once again in Asia. They are not getting top women, right? So they are getting whatever is left over. Same thing in Europe. In Europe, they went thinking that they were gonna get the European women that they see on TV, the European women that they see on in the hands of white sex tourists. Instead, they are getting the fat ones. Even the fat ones are telling them that they don't want to be seen with them in public. They don't want to be they don't want to be filmed. And being with these passport bros. So everywhere they go, they have failed. They have totally failed. And unlike before, they could not hide their failure. Their failure sometimes is being transmitted live. So now that they have failed, completely failed, they are not able to get the women that they thought they would get. So they are trying to cope by running this false narrative that black Western women are trying to stop these passport bros from leaving. I'm like, why would they want to stop these passport bros from leaving? Mind you, these passport bros, I mean, let's be honest, these are not the kind of men you would want. These are not the kind of men you want to date. These men are broke. I mean, and when we talk, I mean, they are not just broke in the Western, standard. By the Western standard, they are broke even by the standard of the poor countries they go to. I mean, Aston is supposed to be like one of the top passport bros, but he could not in Kenya. He had to move out of his apartment, his first apartment, because he could not afford to pay $1,300 a month. In now in Romania, he is literally on the live begging his supporters to send him money so that he could afford to buy the $700 plane ticket. And there are people trying to make it look like he's just he's faking that. No, because he told us that he's actually borrowing money from Floyd. I mean, Floyd Aston is exploiting Floyd anyways. That's another story. He is borrowing money from Floyd to pay for for coffee, to pay for small stuff. That is how broke he is, and he is one of the top passport bros. So these people are broke, and no, Western women are not going to chase after broke men. I mean, it's not even me saying that, right? Because these men have been telling you that Western women are materialistic. Which materialistic woman would chase after a broke man? So there is absolutely this narrative, this delusional narrative is just created as a way of coping with the fact that they are failing everywhere and anywhere they went. They are failing. So that is what this is all about. It is, when they realize that they have not succeeded as they thought they would. So now they have, created this new narrative, this new false narrative that Western women were trying to stop them. Actually, Western women want these men to leave because, who wouldn't want losers to leave the country, to leave their community? The more these men leave, the better, for Western women. So no, Western women are not trying to, are not chasing after these men or trying to stop these men. I mean, broke men are not men you want to to stop. Um, but I don't know if it is related to this or not. And by the way, one of the men that is posting this delusional narrative is that Fred guy in Brazil. And there was actually a Brazilian girl in my comment section that used to leave comment in my under my videos, and she said that where Fred is living right now in Brazil, the area he's living in, I don't know what city he lives in, is like the poorest of the poor, like a place you wouldn't expect an American to live. So yeah, because, and I'm saying this because these passport bros are always telling you how in the global south, because everything is so cheap, they will be living like like kings. But this guy, Fred, is not. He is living, I mean, he's not living like a king. And the other thing I wanted to say was, a few days ago, I was really upset by, I think it's because there were so many of these memes coming down my timeline. Um, how the black women were drawn upset me so much. But, now, like, I'm not upset about it any longer because these are the memes, the way the black women are drawn is they're using racist tropes, right? And you know what, black men that believe that the racist tropes only apply to black women are foolish, right? Because there are as many the AI they are using to to draw this disgusting memes about black women, that same AI actually is being used by white supremacists to draw really ugly, racist memes of black men. So you know what? If you think if it is good for when it's done for black women, it's good when it's being done for black men. So I'm not even upset about it any longer. And so yes, so this men are realizing that they are failures. I mean, they should have realized that long ago. They are failures everywhere. So yeah. And let me say once more, no black woman of substance is chasing after this man. The only one that these men are only good, would only be seen as good men by women that are that are desperate, very, and desperate, because even in the global south, they are not being seen, they are not the top choice for a lot of women. So there is this delusional narrative just confirms once more that the whole passport bros has been a failure, and they are trying to cope by creating this false narrative. Anyways, let me know what you think. Thank you. Bye bye.